Welcome back, everybody. About a month ago, I showed a number of unopened shipments I've had sitting here for 6 months or longer, so I really don't know what's in them at this point, but let's take a look. First one up is only from March, so that's not so bad. It's a small box. Let's see what's in it. Man, there's like one thing in here. What could it be? Looks like some ignition wrenches and a few other goodies. So these are all Proto ignition wrenches. Well, this one may be a regular wrench, just very small, 1/4 by 3/16. There was also this wrench in there. It's a Bell Systems Proto. It does have a strange offset. I don't know if it was sold like that or somebody bent it. There's no size on this one, so I'm going to guess it was kind of for one job. There's also this Proto flat tip screwdriver, I guess you'd call it. No part number on there. If you know what these were used for, let me know. Also have this Proto ignition pliers. Neat little piece. And the last thing in that one's going to be this Proto 4-inch adjustable. It's really in excellent condition, but I do see that somebody put a few notches in it. That's sort of an owner's mark. The next one up is also from March. It's kind of heavy, not real big, kind of heavy. I'm going to guess it's sockets. Okay, everything I've seen so far in this box is Blackhawk. Got a 5/8 crowfoot, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch 7mm, 7/32, 1/2 inch, 9/32 deep. There is one 3/8 drive socket. It's a 7/8, and the remaining 4 sockets are all 1/2 inch drive deep. We have a 15/16, 1 inch, 7/8, and a 9/16. And I'm thinking, what are the chances we have a Proto box and a Blackhawk box back to back? So this bag is full of Ratchet rebuild kits. I don't know if they're all the same. They may be. They are made in the USA. It's for a 43-174 Ratchet, and that's going to be like the round head 1/4 inch with what I call the tri-wing shifter. So it has 3 little, I guess, points there that you shift it back and forth. I'm sure you're familiar with the Ratchet. Let me see what's in this bag. It's looking like every one I pull out is the same. Next one here is going to be from January 25. By the shape of it, I'm going to say there's wrenches in here. And it is all wrenches. Looks like some Mac and Matco. Matco 13/16. I think Bonnie was making these back in the day. The next one up here is a Snap-on. This is a different one. It's a 7/8 by 1 inch. It's a thin profile, like Tap It, and it's got a big offset. So I'm not sure what this wrench is made for. Seems like a single purpose. Or maybe they made a set of these, I'm not sure. It's an S9552. Next we have a Mac 9/16 by 1/2 inch deep offset. Very nice condition. And then we have this Blue Point 1 7/16. I want to say these are for some sort of suspension adjustment. Something like that. And we have this Mac stamped with a 412. That must be an owner's mark. It's a 1 inch by 15/16 double open end. Here's an interesting one. It's a Mac S117. It's a 1/2 inch box wrench. It's a real thin profile to it, and it's just like on a handle. So I'm not sure what that's for. Also have this Matco 13mm and a Matco 8mm, Matco 3/8. This one has that X in the middle. The other one had it. If you know, let me know what that signifies, if anything. Those are like a longer handle wrench. Also have a Matco 10mm. Oh, it's got a W, so maybe that's just like a date stamp. And an older Matco 7mm. Even have this 6mm Matco. A long handle Matco 1/4 inch. And the last one in there is a 3/8 Mac angled head 4-way wrench. This next one is a little bit bigger box from March, but it hardly weighs anything. So let's see what's in it. Definitely have a good variety today. These are all marked Giller, manufactured in the USA. Some 1/4-inch sockets, all SAE. Have a 3/8 long handle combination. This one has a 3/4 by 7/16 tappet wrench with a thin profile. So those of you that know about Giller, let me know if Giller was making these on their own or somebody made them and stamped them Giller. Where'd they sell them? I feel like it's going to be maybe a hardware store brand, something like that. No idea though. Obviously this is a 3/8 sliding breaker bar. Have this 3/4-inch combination wrench. And the final item of that bag was a 3/8-inch breaker bar. Next one is from 3/17/25. I must have been buying a lot of stuff in March. Feels like some wrenches. Oh, a couple of different tools in here. I'm seeing a lot of Matco. Here's a Matco 3/8 ratchet. Well, it was a Matco 3/8 ratchet. Has no guts in it. It's a BR8 model. Pretty good condition. Maybe I can find a rebuild kit for it. Next we have a specialty socket. It's an SPS 117, some sort of oil pressure switch or something like that. Somebody's also ground down the edges a little bit. They must have needed some clearance. Also have a 7/64 hex bit socket, 7/16 3/8 drive impact, 9/16 combination wrench, 1/4-inch Matco combination, and the last one in this bag was a 5/16 Matco combination. Next one is from January. Based on this, what I feel, it feels like wrenches or ratchets or something. Let's take a look. There was actually 3 individual packages inside there. So this one is mostly Craftsman, from what I can see, if not all. Here's an ignition gauge set. So it's basically the little feeler gauges for setting up your ignition, spark plugs, and so on. There's 7 of these 3/8 drive, I would say about 3-inch long extensions. And there's also a 1/4-inch and 2 1/2-inch drive, also about 3-inch. There's also this 1/4-inch flexible extension. I don't know if they made these in 2 different lengths. I feel like I've seen some that are a little bit longer than this, unless it was a 3/8 version. Also have 5 of these 3/8 to 1/4-inch reducers, 3 3/8 universals, and the last thing in the first bag is a 1/4-inch universal. Starting off the next bag, we have 6 more of the 3/8 extensions, and one of them is actually a wobble extension. And then we have 2 3/8 extensions that are about 6-inch, and one more of the 1/2-inch 3-inch. So this is the style of ratchet I was talking about before, but this is a 3/8 drive model. The other ones are 1/4-inch drive. That's what those rebuild kits are for. I call this a tri-wing shifter. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but this one's in pretty good shape. Next up we have a teardrop 3/8 drive. And the final ratchet in that bag is going to be, I think they consider this a professional, even though it's not stamped professional, 3/8 drive. Very good shape. Works in both directions. This next box is also from March. I have about 20 more boxes that were just grabbed randomly. A lot of boxes from March. Pretty heavy. Guessing ratchets, wrenches, sockets, maybe all 3. Always good to see a bunch of Snap-on stuff. Alright, let's get through the sockets first. First one up is a 3/8 drive 1/4-inch deep, 3/8 3/8 deep, 3/8 1/2-inch 12-point, have a 1/4-inch 5/16 8-point, 3/8 drive shallow 8mm, 3/8 3/8 12-point. 3/8 1/2-inch 12-point. I have a 5/16 3/8 drive pipe plug socket, and a 9/16 3/8 drive 12-point. Also have a 1/2-inch drive 15/16 12-point, and then a very old 1-inch 1/2-inch drive 6-point. And I've seen this marking before. Well, not this particular one. It's like a -9. I've had a 7 also has what looks to be a little stamp there. But when I look at the date codes, I can't find that particular font. I would say this is 1920s, possibly 30s. It's definitely old school. Next up is a 3/8 to 1/2 inch adapter, 9/16 crowfoot, a 3/8 drive 13/16 12-point swivel, a 3/8 9/16 12-point swivel, and a 3/8 drive 1/2 inch 12-point swivel. There was also this 3/16 punch. I have a Phillips number 2 black hard handle stubby, and then we have this Phillips number 1 red hard handle. Does have a little bit of something melted on here, but it seems like it would chip off. And then we have a number of wrenches left. First one up is a 17mm combination, and then a 1/2 inch combination, a 3/8. That one is signed, 9/16, and a shorty handle 3/4. And then we have a 9/16. It looks like it has maybe a laser etch. Looks like a few of these might have that. Another 3/8, a 1/2 inch, 14mm, and the final combination wrench is a 3/4. It's also the Signature Series. 3/4 by 7/8 box wrench. We have a few to this set. These are the open end, and then they got the flare nut on the other side. First one's a 5/8, 9/16, 7/16, and a 3/8. And the last one up is a double flare wrench. That's a 1/2 inch by 9/16. The whole time I've been out here, I've been following along with my sister's Whatnot show. There's her screen name. She sells jewelry. So if you know somebody that likes to shop for jewelry, I'll leave a link in the description. I'd say we made a pretty good dent in the mystery boxes today. Maybe 1 or 2 more videos should cover the rest. But that's going to be all for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.